everyone!
And welcome
To
another
episode
of
Big Dino Guys
Reviews!
Holy cow!
That worked.
Wow.
I actually did 2 words. Oh shit.
Well, that's close enough.
That was barely practice. Okay, it worked.
Awesome.
So anyway, welcome back to another episode of Big Dino Guys Reviews, like we just did creepily. This is part 2 of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Lightning Thief movie review. So at the end there, we were kind of running low on time, but we didn't have enough time to finish the whole review of the first film. So what we're going to be doing for this review, for this part of the interview or review, is talking about like the whole canon in general, but how it relates to the original book, which then relates to the original movie.
This is gonna be so hard.
Actually, no, it won't. Just connect the dots. That's
okay.
it.
Okay. I'll try.
And also,
do my best.
Also, really quick, if you did not see the previews of part 1, we are going to be so part 1. Just go back onto the channel and then look it up. You'll find it easily. It's the most recent review, other than this. But next time we will be doing a little surprise for you. It'll be a little bonus relating to this. So
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it was all his idea. So and
yes.
However, not very many of them go well. So keep your fingers crossed. All right. So on to the review, my friend. So
my first topic is going to be canon?
Yeah. So, overall canon, and you're in charge. Oh, also that reminds us, so, before we continue, he's in charge of this one, because he knows a hell of a lot more than I do.
Yep.
All that I've seen is just the movies and, like, little snippets of previews and stuff like that. That's...
And I've read all 10 books, watched both of the movies, and am currently a part of a wonderful Facebook page where I get to meet a whole bunch of demigod friends.
Speak about it! And no, I'm not endorsed by these people. I'm only helping him.
I don't know what to say.
Get more internet friends.
I don't know what to say other than the fact that it's just a whole bunch of people from, like, around the world.
What's the name of the group would maybe be a good idea.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay.
And we all come together to discuss our mutual obsession with the Lightning Thief and the rest of the Percy Jackson.
Leave it, Buttercup. Sorry, my dog.
So the Facebook page is called Camp Half-Blood. I'm a part of that because I am
obsessed.
Partially.
In your
I'm not like, as in part 1, we've discussed this. I am a minor fangirl. I'm at the stage of minor fangirl.
He's at the stage of a fangirl, and we already explained this in the first one, but we're just going to do it as a little recap. So he is the stage of a fangirl that would, like a Justin Bieber fangirl, that won't go to every single one of his concerts. Why people do that, I have no idea, but whatever floats their boat. But we'll go to like every once in a while, like we'll follow him. But if it's like, hey, there's another one in this other town in a few more weeks, we can go. Like plans ahead, but not one that stalks him, kind of a stage, you know. No. Somewhat, but not very.
Yeah.
So
anyways, I know it's pretty big on Facebook. I don't know much about Twitter and other social medias because I only do Facebook. So
he's a noob.
Well, you know what? If I were to have all of their social medias, I would never see you. I would be on the computer nonstop. Anyways, so I'm sure there's a lot of other pages. Camp Jupiter, the Roman camp, which is in the spin-off series. I know for sure that there is a Hades group only dedicated to the children of Hades. And I know we all slightly love Hades and death.
Slightly?
On the inside.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm sure there's lots of other Facebook pages out there, and if there's one for Children of Athena, please hit me up, because I would love to join it, as I am a true child of Athena.
Well,
hopefully.
you'll tell in the bonus video.
Hopefully, but I've done
one way to find out
stuff like that, and I've gone Athena, and plus it actually does suit me, the goddess of wisdom and battle strategy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, as well as the books that he wrote, there's actually a lot of other books that he has done. Let me find the list.
Oh my.
So he's done all the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, all 5 of them. The first 3 have become graphic novels. Well, they're graphic novels. And there's several other books relating to Percy Jackson series that he calls, like, the Demigod Files, the Demigod Diaries, Percy Jackson's Great Gods, which have recently came out, I believe. Anyways, and then you have the Heroes of Olympus series, which I'm basing off this. Blood of Olympus, the final one. And the first one in the series, The Lost Hero, has also been a graphic novel. So, all around, he's been busy writing a whole bunch of books, and fandoms have really taken over social media.
Oh yeah, same with any kind. I mean, 501st Legion, I'm not like a member, I just like the page, but really quick, that's they've become so popular that the whole group has been written to the canon. In fact, in Battlefront 2, that's the group that you play as. The group, which is a bunch of people like dressing up as stormtroopers and clone troopers, that's where it was based off of in the first place. And it's been written into the canon, so there's tons of different groups or any other stuff. But
yeah, I think last time I checked, there was probably about, I want to say probably around 30,000 people on my Facebook page, the Facebook page that I'm on, Camp Half-Blood. It's a lot because there's a lot.
It's a fun series.
It's a very fun and engaging series, and the movies kind of capture it, but I don't think they capture it fully.
No. Speaking of the movie, so let's talk about the movie now. This video, we were talking about the whole canon in the beginning of it, or in part 1, but now we're going to focus a little more on just the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of the movies, I mentioned this in part 1, that I honestly would not have gone into the film. Or not into film, but
like going into a movie theater and paying for a ticket to watch it.
If I had done that, then I honestly would have thought that was a waste of money.
Yeah.
As just purely as a moviegoer. This is not as a fan, and I haven't read any of the books, but purely as a moviegoer.
As a fan, I would probably just go just to see what the movie's like. Whether I like it or don't really like it, I'd still go because I'm a fan. I really want to see other people's perspective of the books. It's just something that's always really interested me, and not just knowing my own personal thoughts and feelings about it, but knowing what other people feel about it.
The feels.
Yeah, so
So, in your own personal opinion, since you got us onto that topic,
Oh boy.
what is your whole thoughts on the film? Not just like seeing another person's perspective. If based on your own perspective and the perspective of others that you honestly you know quite a few that have also been reading them, what is it that according to you and some of the other people that you've actually had conversations with, like one-on-one conversations with, not just like, what is it that you and others have discussed about the film? If you have.
Well, we actually, on the Facebook page, we don't really talk a lot about the films.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's probably a good thing, because a lot of us on there really don't like it. And it's... Actually, I believe there's a Facebook page dedicated to hating the movies.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad, but you know, if you want to look at it as like a rabid fan who like lives and breathes
like
Percy
me
Jackson,
and Predator.
I definitely do think that they did a poorly job of kind of representing the book.
Yeah.
As a series book.
Yeah. Well, you and I are also talking about earlier, or when the first one was coming to a close, that in a lot of different movie or books to movie series, whether it's this or Narnia or Lord of the Rings, even. I mean, another example that I haven't used yet, but the Hobbit films. Probably the biggest prime example is that the Hobbit films is J.R.R.
Tolkien.
Yeah, is it J.R.R. or J.R.R.?
I believe it's 2 R's.
Yeah, sorry, I always get his name. But that's actually the shortest book out of all the other ones that he's written, or that he wrote. And there's tons and tons of books that he wrote based around the whole Lord of the Rings universe. I mean, there is tales about like the Mines of Moria, and it goes into things about that, and I haven't read them myself yet. I've been wanting to, but haven't had the chance. I've heard good things about those as well. But The Hobbit, I started reading that one a few years back, but I never finished it.
I have them all.
There's only one Hobbit book.
Well, I have the Hobbit book and the Lord of the Rings books as well. I got them as a set for Christmas.
But what they did with the Hobbit film, and to be honest, if they had put more effort into the Percy Jackson film, I think that they may have actually been able to have something really good going for them. Mm-hmm. If they had gone through the same format that Lord of the Rings had, with having every little detail, I mean, leaving a few things here and there, but, I mean, getting a lot more things similar. But then again, the budget, that's a huge thing. If they had a bigger budget like Lord of the Rings had, then they would have to. But
there's a lot of factors that probably play into the movie and what has to happen and what ends up happening. Yeah. And us fans will always be probably disappointed because they'll always leave out one of our favorite scenes from the books that we truly love. But it is what it is, so we just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
But really quick, going back to that, like you said, they leave stuff out. But with the Hobbit books, or with the Hobbit book, there's only one Hobbit book ever, for those of you that are not familiar with the canon. There's only one Hobbit book, and it's literally the shortest out of all of them. And yet when they did the film adaptations, they are making them into feature-length films 3 hours long. They're adding in tons of scenes. Legolas was never in them.
Yeah.
Legolas was never in the books. And they even offered the actor who played, I always forget the guy's name. The king guy, I always forget his name.
I'm not good with the Lord of the Rings.
The ranger, that turns out to be the King of Gondor. Sorry, it's late right now. So
I should know this one. Oh,
it's late right now, so I'm not really thinking straight.
Aragorn,
yes.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe I forgot the name.
I can't believe it took me that long.
The people that actually produced, or not produced, but like were making the Hobbit film, they offered for him to reprise his role as Aragorn. He declined that only because there wasn't any. He wasn't in the books.
Yeah.
That's why he declined it. But that's why they have Legolas in it, and there's actually scenes that they added into the book to extend it. So they basically split up the book in a lot of ways, and they took out things and they added in a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And so for fans of the series, like I said, I've never read the book. I got about halfway through. I got like after all that stuff with Smeagol or Gollum. For those of you that don't know the canon, again, I got a little bit past when after he steals the ring from Smeagol and is making his way away. Because I just couldn't follow the book.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. And I've heard from people that are fans of the books and movies alike that say just the Hobbit book is not really the best out of them to read. But I honestly think that they gone with that sort of a format. Like even with, because how big is the original book?
The book is somewhere. Let me see here. 375 pages.
I have no idea how long the what was it again? Sorry, like I said before, it's been a long night.
Condensed into 2 hours of movie.
That's 2 hours long?
118 minutes.
It feels like only an hour, if that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they could have made it longer and included a little bit more scenes. I think
because with that book, they took out a lot of other things. If they had gone with the same kind of format that the original Lord of the Rings films did with James Cameron's stuff, I think that they could have done something really well. But with the time that they had and the condensing that they did, they rushed everything.
Yeah.
And I understand that they have to get the characters from place to place. I mean, they're hopping all around the U.S. at this point.
Yeah, and even Rick does it in the book.
Yeah.
But this was more rushed than the book.
Yeah. If they had some more scenes with them actually traveling, not just like saying, oh, here's a car going across, and then all of a sudden cut to there, like not just having like a 2-second snippet of them driving down the road, like actually showing some of the explanations of what they're doing. Do some of the more character development. You were talking about like when they're on the train, or
they end up taking a train and
Percy talking to the horse and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of little events that happened in the book that I could understand why they kind of wouldn't take them out, but actually I think one of the major scenes they should have put in is when Percy starts talking to Annabeth about her past and how she came to Camp Half-Blood, which delves into the story of when Grover was in charge of transporting her, Luke, and another girl named Thalia, who appears later on in the movies.
In the movies or books?
Both. They should. She comes back to life at the end of the second book.
Oh, so she dies.
Kind of. It's complicated. We'll save it for the next one.
And yes, this might actually turn into a series review depending on when they finally release some more.
Yeah, but anyways, it's one of those things that he talks about in every book that really helps kind of show the enlinkment between all the characters. How Annabeth and Luke and Thalia and Grover first started, and then all Percy kind of fitting into that group as well.
Yes.
And overall, I think that's one of the scenes that they probably should have put in.
Well, then again, though, they... and I'm just talking about this strictly from a moviegoer's standpoint.
Yeah.
Not about the whole series stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What... The main character is Percy Jackson.
Yes.
People that haven't known, they want to know mostly about Percy Jackson. I wouldn't say really only, but Percy Jackson, they have...
He's the main focus.
Yeah, he's the main focus. And if you have a title character and you want to boost him up, then you focus more on his own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can focus on other characters, but to be honest, I actually didn't see very much, if any, character development with... what was her name again?
Annabeth.
Yeah, with Annabeth. I thought it was the other one that made an appearance in the film. Like, one of those two characters, not the one that was the bully, but...
Clarice.
Oh, so, yeah.
That was Clarice.
Sorry, like I said, it's been a long day.
Subplots that really should, I think, could have been put in.
Yeah.
But then again,
Time-wise.
It doesn't fit. It kind of actually does not fit in with the plot they went with. Because their final destination was Hollywood.
Yeah.
In the book, the final destination was LA.
Same place.
Really? I thought Hollywood was its own, was farther from
Same place.
Really.
I think. I don't
know either.
I'm tired.
But
I will look it up.
the place where they end up is on the waterfront in LA.
Yeah.
Which is
I think
where Percy ends up fighting Ares. Spoiler if none of you have read it, but yeah, that happens in the book. And also they get the kind of the Persephone pill. Persephone, what were they called? Persephone's pearls.
Yeah.
Which help him escape from the underworld. So, yeah, it's... They took two different plots and kind of turned them into the same, but having their own different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what does it have to say about Hollywood?
It's a neighborhood in LA.
Oh, so...
And I've been there. I'm sorry. We're both
we
very
both
tired,
have been
so-
there. We both have been there.
You been there? Oh,
Disneyland.
yeah.
Disneyland last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't really go to Hollywood.
We drove by it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he and I were in band for a while. Both in percussion. That's where we met.
Yep. Glorious friendships.
Amen, my friend. Amen.
So, I think it's that time, probably your viewers' favorite time, the time where we discuss what we think of the movie and give it our ratings.
Okay. So overall, like I said before, this is one of those movies where I would watch it at a friend's house, but I would not pay for it.
Yeah.
But if it's on, sure, I'll give it a watch. So, and it did have a lot of plot holes, and they could have done a lot differently. So, I'm going to have to go with a 1 star out of 5. To be honest, I'm split between 3/4 of a star and 1, just because of the fact that I wouldn't pay any money.
Yeah.
At all.
I definitely think that, it's one of those things where when you have as much of a fan base as Percy Jackson does, I really do think that you want to try and base it more off of the book.
Yes.
Than try and make it your own. And while he tried to make it his own, I felt like he fell short. He kind of distanced from the book, like some movies do.
Yes.
And that just didn't work. So, I would have to agree with you with the rating as a 1 out of 5.
Okay.
Mostly because, to me, when I read the book and I see a movie, I kind of want the movie to be very similar to the book as much as possible.
Yeah.
And when that doesn't happen, I feel kind of...
Well, there's always going to have to be things missing, no matter
Yeah,
what.
I understand that. That's something that I've learned today.
Yeah.
But there's things that can be left out and still make it a good film.
Yeah.
But there's some things that can't be left out, and I feel like there's a couple of the major events that really made the book kind of the book that it is that were left out.
Alright. Well, so you got both of our final verdicts. 1 star max for me, preferably so 3/4 of a star, and him 1 star total. So please let us know what you think in the comments. Feel free to check out my Facebook page, Big Down Guys Reviews, and feel free to subscribe and like videos and check out my other ones. Yeah. He has helped me on the 9 movie review, and we were going to do Alvin the Chipmunks, but
oh wait, that did not load.
No, it didn't. It wouldn't work on my phone.
That was probably some of our finest reviews. Right
yes,
there.
It was.
We should do that again.
Yeah, we can't mimic it, but
no, we'll try.
So yeah, look out for that.
Beware. We found a way to turn that film into something that would be rated PG-13.
More like R.
It was pretty weird and bad, and lots of sidetracking.
Oh yes,
but great. Hey, that's kind of what we should be known for.
Amen, my friend. Amen.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to see you guys all in there. Thanks again for coming over and taking over and taking on my job.
Hey, I love taking things.
I missed my seat though. My seat of amazing awesomeness.
Well, it has granted me much wisdom today.
It has. That's his power. I mean, it is my desk chair. Mm-hmm. The desk chair of awesome. And you guys can't see, but duct tape.
Duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything.
Duct tape. Woo-hoo. Alright.
Also, stay tuned for the bonus episode because it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yes. I'm going to... Please excuse my language, so if you have any parents that are watching, have them plug their ears, and little kids, listen.
Yes.
This is going to be fucking awesome. Alright. Have a good one, and yeah, see you all later.
Bye, guys!